Hi guys, this is Bhupender Singh and you're watching our YouTube channel SME Dehradun. And today I will tell you how you can display DHT11 sensor data to your local server without internet, so that you can see live humidity and temperature data to your tablet, to your mobile and to your PC. So let's go.
So for this project you need the following components: ESP32 board, DHT11 sensor, 3 male to female wires. And this is the circuit diagram. We connect the DHT11 sensor to the 27 number pin of ESP32 board. And guys, if you want to use Node MCU or any other ESP8266 board, the link is available in the video description. You can download the programming code and circuit diagram from there. All the programming codes and circuits that are available in our videos are verified with the real-time hardware. Let's connect the hardware now. This is an ESP32 board and this is a DHT11 sensor. It has 3 pins. First one is VCC, middle one is data pin and the last one is ground. Now we take male to female wires and connect VCC pin of DHT11 sensor to 3.3 volt, ground pin to ground and data pin to 27 number pin of ESP32 board. Now guys, time to programming code. So go to the video description and download the program from the given link. As you can see, we have got the zip folder with the name DHT11 ESP32 local server. You need to extract it. So right click on it and click on to extract here. If you don't have WinZip or WinRAR software to unzip, then the link is available in the video description to download these softwares. After extracting, you can see the folder with the same name. Go inside it and open the program file with Arduino IDE. But beside it, you need to download a few libraries that will help us to interface the DHT11 sensor and to create the local server. DHT sensor library, Adafruit sensor library, ESP web server library and TCP library. So go to the video description and click on the link. You will redirect to the GitHub repository site where you can see the code button. Click on that. Once you click, then you get the download zip option. Click on it and save it. Similarly, you download the Adafruit sensor library. It is a supportive library for all DHT series of sensors. If you don't download it, you will get the error while compiling the code. So click on the link and it will redirect to the GitHub repository. Again, here click on the code button and then download the zip option and save it. Now you need to download 2 more libraries that supports the local server. So click on the link available in the video description to download the ESP web server library and it will redirect to the GitHub site. Click on the code and then download zip and save it. At last, click on the link available in the video description to download the TCP library and it will redirect to the GitHub site. Click on the code and then download zip and save it. Now we have all 4 libraries, we need to extract them. So right click on the Adafruit sensor master zip folder and click on extract here. As you can see, we have got the extracted folder with the same name. We extract all the libraries like that. Once extracted all of 4 libraries, copy all the libraries folder and go to the location where we installed the Arduino IDE software. Go inside it and you will get the folder named library. Go inside this folder and paste all the libraries here. Now back to the program. Here in the top of the program, we include Wi-Fi header. After it, we include ESP web server header. We define the Adafruit sensor header here and now we add the DHT sensor header file here. Now below we define the Wi-Fi or hotspot credentials in which we want to connect our ESP32 board. You need to replace your Wi-Fi name here and password here. Here we define the pin number of the ESP32 board in which we connect the DHT11 sensor. Here we define the DHT11 sensor type. If you are using DHT22, then uncomment this line, or if you are using DHT21 sensor, then you uncomment this line. Here we define the DHT function that will pass the DHT sensor pin and DHT type arguments. Now we define the ESP web server port as 80 because 80 is the default HTTP port of any web server. We have created a function here. The first one is read DST temperature to read the temperature. Inside we take the float T variable and store the live temperature from the DST sensor using dst.read temperature command. Below we define that if the board didn't find the DST sensor on 27 number pin, then it will display the message serially failed to read from the DST sensor, and it gets the data. Then it will display the temperature serially and return the string T. In the second function, we define the read humidity function to read the live humidity from the DST11 sensor. We take the float H variable and store the humidity using dst.read temperature command. If the function didn't find the DST sensor connected to ESP32 board, then it will display the message serially failed to read from the DST sensor, and it gets the data. Then it will display the humidity serially and return the string H. Now here is the code to build the web page. We created the index.html to store all the variables. We define doctype HTML. We define the head as the header of the page. We define the meta tag here that is responsible for making the web page responsive so that it can fit to any browser and device. Here the link tag is responsible for downloading and displaying the icon for the humidity and temperature if the internet is available. In the style tag, we define some custom CSS for the web page to look professional. So in the HTML tag, we display the text in Arial font without margin and in the center alignment. And here we define the font size for heading, paragraphs and units. Our style and head tags are closed here. In the body tag, we add the content for web pages. In the H2 tag, we define the heading of the web page. Below, we define the two paragraphs to read the humidity and temperature. So, in the first P tag, we display the humidity, and in the second P tag, we display the temperature. And for the automatic update, we add the JavaScript here. So in the first set interval function, we update the temperature every 10 seconds, and in the second function, we define the humidity to update every 10 seconds to the web page. Now we define the processor function that will replace the placeholder in our HTML text in the web page. Now in the setup function, we serially begin our ESP32 board to 9600 baud rate. After it, we begin the DST sensor. Now we begin the Wi-Fi by passing the argument SSID and password. And if it will not connect to the Wi-Fi, then it will display the message serially connecting to Wi-Fi. Once connected, then it will print the IP address of the ESP32 board. And this is the command to display the header and processor in the page. After it, we call the temperature to display, and here we call the humidity to display in the page. And finally, we start our web server by the server.begin command. We left the loop function blank as we have already written all the commands by using our own functions. So guys, this is how our program has been finished. Now time to upload the program to the ESP32 board. Connect the ESP32 board to the computer. Go to the tools and select the board. Scroll below and select the ESP32 Groover board. If you don't have installed the ESP32 board in your Arduino IDE, then the link is available in the video description that will guide you how you can install the ESP32 board to Arduino IDE. Now again, go to the tools and go to the port and select the port as COMAT. Now click on the upload button. As you can see, the program has been uploaded to our board. Now open the serial monitor. If you didn't find anything in the serial monitor, then click the reset button available in the ESP32 board or in the ESP8266 Node MCU board. As you can see, we have got the IP address of the ESP32 board. Guys, note it here. Only that device display the humidity and temperature that are connected to the same Wi-Fi or hotspot in which our ESP32 board is connected. Now open the web browser and type the IP address and hit enter. As you can see, we have got the humidity and temperature displayed in my laptop using local web server. Let's see the demo in the iOS mobile. We just type the IP address. As you can see, we have got the temperature and humidity data. It looks professional. Now we check it in the Android mobile. We have also got the DST sensor data to the Android mobile. So guys, this is how you can see the live data of DST11 sensor to the local server. If you have any query or suggestion, please comment in the comment box. We will try to resolve that. And guys, if you learned something from this video, then like, subscribe, share our channel and videos. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get the latest updates of our videos. All the material related to this video available in the video description. You can download it from there. Thanks for watching. Share this to your known and friends.